Hello, it's Dr. Hurd here to talk to you about sensory survival. Now, this is an important lesson, I think, because it's something that is newer to think about, and it's something that I think is becoming more of a big deal in our society. So the sensory system includes how we hear the world, how we take in the world, how we feel the world, how we can see in the world, how we taste and smell the world. Those are our sensory systems. And what's happened in this world is that a lot of us are now sensitive in one of those ways. A lot of us have sensitive ears, or we're sensitive to touch. I'm sure you know some kids who are just sensitive to tags. My little boy is. He always wants me to cut the tags out of his shirt. I know many people who are more sensitive to what they hear and how loud sort of things. It just bothers them. And what I would equate what I'm talking about to is nails on a chalkboard, what everybody would cringe for. This is the type of feeling that many people get when they have an input in one of the sensory areas that is averse to, specifically for them. And, I'm not going to get into today the reason for that. Basically, we've seen an uptick in those different behaviors and sensitivities over the past 20 years to the point where it's certainly significant for many kids and adults at this point in time. So the reason I'm mentioning it, because if in fact you are sensitive to one of these areas, and I can give a couple of examples. I already gave the one about my kiddo, but my husband is very sensitive to noise. So often on an airplane, he will take noise canceling headphones or earplugs because it's very loud for him on an airplane and his ears just hurt. And he used to get really grouchy because we travel quite a bit. And I'm sure he's going to love me putting him on this video, but he probably won't care, especially if it helps somebody else. So what we realized was, well, geez, maybe we should just get some noise cancelers, and poof, he was a lot happier during traveling. It was something that was basically like making that factor or that input not a big deal for him anymore. And once you take that out of the equation, it just makes life a lot more calm, harmonious. Now we don't get upset for, other people don't understand. If the sensory world is felt differently by each one of us, and you might get upset because you're hearing something that hurts your ears or something like that, it definitely wouldn't be felt the same by somebody sitting next to you or another family member. In fact, they would have no idea why you're getting mad, and you might not either. So one of the ways you can kind of take a look at what you might be sensitive to or a family member might be sensitive to is taking a look at the next couple pages of chapter 18 and taking a look at what we might be sensitive to and then what you can practically do about it to sort of take that out of the equation and make it so that's not a factor in upsetting you during the day. It just feels better. If life can feel better, you can feel calmer, you can feel happier. It's just a much better place to start from when you're trying to do homework at night or you're trying to talk with your family members. For some people, there's just certain things that are averse and are just not helpful for them during the day to stay calm. What if we could identify what those were and make some avenues to get around that or make us feel better? And that's what this chapter aims to do.